And this is a sign of the times, of course. A for sale sign right at the bottom, you see the sold. It's just how hot this market is here in Toronto. And really, to put it in perspective, there's a new report that just came out of Australia that said Toronto had the hottest housing market last year. There were the largest increases of any major city in the world, including New York, Tokyo, London. All those cities, Toronto had the greatest gains last year. So are we in a bubble? Quite possibly, and that has Mayor John Tory concerned. In fact, he is gathering a group of experts for a roundtable discussion tomorrow.
Real estate is one of the only things where the consumer really drives the price of the market.
Nicole Caroli just bought a condo downtown in November. She is torn on seeing any kind of government intervention like what has happened in BC. She likes the free market, but also fears a repeat of 1989 and 2008.
If it's that sort of situation, then I think, of course, the government is the ultimate responsibility to citizens, and if that's the case, then of course they should step in and regulate.
It's of deep concern to a lot of Torontonians and to me as the mayor, but the thing is, there's no easy answers.
Mayor Tory acknowledging the possibly precarious situation Toronto sits in as he prepares for tomorrow's meeting on housing affordability. It will see everyone from developers to housing advocates sitting down at the same table.
And is this the start of a conversation, or can we expect something coming out of tomorrow?
Well, I don't know, but I would hope there might be a couple of things we can do, even if it's to advocate to the other governments on something. But if there's something we can do that's practical and responsible and effective, then I'm all ears.
Mayor Tory says don't expect to see us bring in a tax like the one in BC, the foreign buyers tax. And Vancouver just introduced a empty home tax, and they have driven investors out of the market.
First of all, we don't have the power to do all these things. And secondly, I'm not an expert. And what you don't want to do is damage the market and cause some sort of economic tailspin of any kind. And you also don't want to fool people into thinking, oh, we've done this and it's going to solve the problem overnight.
I think it's only a matter of time before the mayor or the premier does something, okay? Because the market is getting out of control. The big bank economists now say, Roger, we're in a housing bubble.
680 News business editor Richard Southern says, well, yes, there are lots of people who want to live in Toronto. It just is one of the places to be. He says there is another huge driving force: investors.
Speculation. Like 1 in 3 houses being sold now are being bought for speculative reasons. People are hoping the price goes up. They're not actually living in the homes. So the market is completely out of whack, and you have to do something to rein it in.
We'll leave the last word to Caroli, who knows she bought at a potentially risky time, but she says she bought for the right reason.
I think when you decide to buy a place, you have to make that decision for yourself, and you have to not think about that. That's not something you have to consider when you're buying a home for yourself.
Well, the mayor's round table meeting tomorrow is a closed doors affair. There will be a news conference afterwards, and we'll bat that and have the latest for you from it.